Alright, there we go. Alright. There we go. Hello guys. Welcome ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we had some technical difficulties here. I'm sorry for that. Right. Oh my word. This is so messed up right now. Yeah, I think we have to go with the usual one. That's annoying. Damn it. Alright, I don't want to waste any more time here. Let's kinda just like get those out of the way here. But god damn it. Okay. Activate those and can I get okay, there we go. I think that's the only thing I can do right now. I think it looks way better. Alright then, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry for the inconvenience. We had some technical difficulties here. I'm very sorry. But yeah, welcome back to Global Spec Racing, and tonight the desert comes alive. We're here at the Bahrain International Circuit for round 2 of the season on the iconic Zakir International Circuit. After the 10th season opener, the pressure is already building. This 4.5 kilometer track will push every driver to the limit with long straights, heavy braking zones, And yeah, very difficult traction around here. Time management will definitely be crucial tonight. Yeah, very exciting, very much looking forward to it. Let's quickly go over the race results from last week. We have Laza winning the season opener at Australia ahead of Vapor and Speed Demon also on the podium. Sturmadan in P4, Andy P5, Jensen P6, Sharpie P7. We have Thrasher coming home in P8, Sam in P9, and FR77 in P10 after a penalty. So we missed a bit of qualifying, so we quickly go back to our driver standings here. Oh my god, that is... Let's just put it here. Okay, that's all over the place. Yeah, of course, driver standings as the race results, so no big surprise there. We quickly take a look at the constructors now. This is far more exciting now, I guess. We have McLaren currently in the lead, ahead of Sauber, then Alpine in P3 at the moment, Ferrari P4, Racing Boats in P5 ahead of the sister team Red Bull in P6, Mercedes P7, Aston Martin P8, and Haas and Williams without any points from the season opener. Let's see if they can change that tonight as we concentrate then back on qualifying here on track. At the moment, we have Smozek in provisional pole with a 1 minute 27.4, not 1.5 tenths ahead of Vapor in P2 and FR77 in P3. All very close behind, less than half a second. Then we have Speed Demon in P4, 8 in P5. Good results so far from the returning driver, one of the very old ones here. Also a couple of guys without telemetry. Yeah, we had a couple of people with problems there. You can take a look. That is Yonda, for example, here, and Poppy currently in P6 and 7. Let's see. Yeah, Aparadan in P8. That's correct. Zach in P9 at the moment. Navik P10, and here comes Florian around the final corner, but he's coming into the pit as we head into the 3-minute mark. Most people will be starting their laps soon. We have Thrasher here on track, currently sitting in P14, Jumbo P11, and Abra in P12 to rounding up the grid. And we also have Ferrari in P15. Who's that? It's Sturmer. Sturmer P15. All right. So yeah, very intense opener in Australia. Very tricky race for the drivers. We saw a couple of DNFs. We saw a very intense fight. Yeah, very interested to see how this will play out today here in Bahrain. Obviously, very different track from Australia. We have the like Australia is basically a street circuit, and we have the this proper race track here in Bahrain. Very wide track, and yeah, very fast corners as well. To be fair, Australia does, but it's a different kind of fast here in Bahrain, just basically. As we look on to Thrasher, then as he comes towards the line, and he goes still P14, but he was improving massively. 30.7 now, only 3 tenths behind Rory, and then sits in P13 at the moment. I see that's a car off track, that's Sturmer off track after turn 3, I believe it is. But he kept it out of the wall, got out of the gravel, and he is back on track now. So he can also do his final run of this session. That is Maverick here. But obviously all of them are on the fast lap, not on the fast lap, on the out lap. The fast lap starting in a second. Yeah, for those new, you might see this different timing table here on the left. For this new season, we upgraded the quality a little bit. We have some technical difficulties, so I apologize for that. Yeah, this will be fixed for the next race, of course, which will happen same place next week. So next week, Wednesday, here again, and we head then to, is it China maybe? No, it's not China, it's not China. Yeah, we're just gonna take a look later as we follow now Smojic maybe on his run, or maybe it's Vapor maybe from the head. Yes, Vapor just started his lap. FR77, he validated, but it was well before the last one, so he should be fine for it now. And he is, so he is also on run then. We have a couple of guys. 8 maybe will be the first one, it looks like. Currently sitting in P5. Glad to have him back here. Was a commentator back in my time when I was racing. Oh, and he struggled through turn 11 it was. Good job, it's indicated at the bottom. And run wide a little bit there. Definitely cost him a bit of time, and he goes wide now out of turn 14, I believe it was, and he invalidates. So no improvement for 8. Oh, good driver right behind him there. Really wanted to get that toe. So Racing Bull, that must be Navek, I believe, who comes up towards the line now. Navek currently P10. And he goes P4. Navek, good qualifying from him. Let's see if he can keep that position with Ferrari next. That's Yonda, I believe, going to P7. Couple more guys. Zach goes P9, and here comes Speed Demon now. He goes P4, good result for him. His teammate Jimbo right behind him now over the line. And Jimbo P7, good job from him. We have McLaren, that's Apraro, goes P10. And Vapor goes quickest, 27.3. Can anyone beat him? Smojic can! 27.0, and here comes FR77. And he stays below the 1 minute 27.5, but couldn't get any much faster than that. Sturma meanwhile goes P4. And I think that's everyone done. Florian Foley is coming through the final corner here now. Up towards the line, currently P14 for the Mercedes driver. And he goes P13. Small improvement, at least. So that is the starting order then. Oh. For our second race in season 14. Game, can you please? No, come on. Okay, have to change that. Sorry. That is horrifying. There we go. And yeah, that is the starting order then. Can I? Yes, I can. Great. Good. Alright then. Yeah, like I said, small technical difficulties. I'm sorry for that. Was very unexpected before the race. So, yeah, hopefully we should be better than that now. Maybe let me... Good. There we go. Nice. Having the Discord open in the background now so I can see if anything's happening there. Smojic then having his first pole in 4 months apparently. Congrats on that. Oh, good. first race of not this new season. Why do I want to say first race of the season? My God, I'm like completely second race of season 14. So that all again. So here we have then the grip, of course, and also the tires. Everybody is on. Most people have stuck to the medium tires, of course. No surprise. We have two drivers, however, who are not on the medium drivers. That is in P10. I think that is Yonder. No, not Yonder. Poppy. Sorry. Yeah, Poppy then in P10 on the hard tires. And Apara in P11 on the soft tires. Very interesting. Not sure if that will work out for him. I don't expect anything, however, so I'm open for any surprise. I think we will have a tough first half of the race, however. Especially if he can't get those guys past very quickly, then his tires will be starting to make problems for him. Oh God, okay. Alright. Smojikan will lead him away from Weber in P2 alongside him. 77 also in there. And Sturmer and Speedyman then in P4 and 5. It's a very interesting starting grid then. Many of the faster drivers, many of the people who I think can fight for the title in very close proximity. Not proximity. Yeah, so this should be definitely a good race. Bahrain is a very good track, a track where you can overtake, where you can have nice fights. So I'm expecting a lot tonight. As we wait for the drivers to line up then. I think it was Poppy who just slammed it into the wall there. Yeah. Here we go then, just waiting on Fresher then, who will be starting from P15. And here we go. Second race of the season. The lights are on. And it's lights out, and it's a good stop from Vapor. I think he has a decent start. It's not good enough to catch Smojic, however, as he gets to go for the outside move. Smojic defends the inside line. There's contact in the background. That is just around of a dive bomb in turn 1 and collision with, I think it was FL77. But in the lead, it is Smojic ahead of Vapor and FL77. Then right behind we have Navik, who had a good start. A Parrot and in P5, Speedyman fell down to P6. He got Yonder now behind him. Then 8 and Zach, the both fast driver here in the 9 of Florian in P10. We have the Ferrari way down the order. I think that's Poppy. Yeah, Poppy. Is it Poppy? Oh my God. No, it's Sturmer. Sturmer in P15, but Poppy in P12. So disastrous start for the Ferrari team here in Bahrain. It is Smojic, however, not outside the 1 second range, however, and the DRS will be activated immediately after this lap. Completed the first race, the first lap of this race. My God, I'm mixing the words today. Crazy. Of course, with the fastest lap, but can he hold on to that lead as they come down towards turn 1? It's a good run for Vapor. He has to go the long way around again. Can't quite make it. But behind that is Speed Demon and the Paragon side by side, and hold them in contact through the turn 1. And Para holds on to this P5 at the moment, but Speed Demon has a better exit now. And now he gets it into turn 4. And retakes P5 that he had lost at the start. Yeah, then we have to fight between Yonder and Florian. 8 got past them. He's now up to 7. struggle a bit at the moment. In the timing table you can see some yellow exclamation marks. Those are for people who have a warning to their name. As we see, and dive from 8 on a para. that was bold, I have to say. That was really bold. And 8 got past him now, so para really seems to struggle a bit now. 8 now up to P6. Good job from him. We have seen that Vapor has a good run. However, the defensive of once more defensive line. No real chance for Vapor to get it. But 8 now up towards the middle, up towards turn 4. We see Apara and 8 also fighting there in the background. Changing here. And Apara got back on 8. Is now in P6 once more. That we have this massive train of cars or struggling. Oh, Florian picks up some parts of the track there as he makes the switchback maybe on yonder. No, can't quite make it. This very tricky turn. And Vapor now is very close to the back of Smozek. I think this time it maybe could work for Vapor. As they head into the final corner now. With the DRS, maybe this time it will work. Navik with the fastest lap now. Surprisingly, and Vapor takes the lead without much fighting from Smozek there. And 8 retakes P6 as well. Oh, and Smozek now maybe into turn 4. Yes, I can see him fighting back here. Down the inside he goes. A little bit tricky. Side by side now into the SS. They go, they touch. And they are still side by side. And I think Smozek got him now. Yeah, Smozek retakes the lead. Brilliant move from him. Fair fighting for both of them. But that cost him a little bit of time. Once again, we maybe see the same thing happening again, even though Navik is a bit closer to Vapor now. But Vapor getting closer and closer to Smozek. Pulls out and dives down the inside. And he takes the lead once more. I think Smozek knows that it's not good to both of them if they're fighting for it very hard. Oh, and now they're fighting very hard. Smozek trying to reclaim the lead, and oh, Vapor pushing him all the way to the edge of the track, and Vapor himself getting very unstable there at the entry of the corner. Nearly lost the car there, but he kept it on track. And Navik is now right behind Vapor. Vapor gets a better exit here though. And now it seems that Vapor is closer to Smozek once again. FR has dropped back a little bit. He's out of the arrest from these 3 guys ahead. It's like in a no man's land. And behind that it's Speed Demon, who now gets under pressure from 8, who freed himself a little bit from Apara. And behind that, it's still a train behind Zack now, who just overtook Yonder there. And Florian also in there, Jimbo, Abra, all those guys in there. Poppy. We're focusing back here at the top. You see Vapor retaking the lead once more. Locking up a little bit. Motek running wide. And that could potentially open the door for Navik now. Might get a better run. No, he doesn't. What am I doing? Navik got way more ERS though. Way more ERS. So he's just cruising and saving, waiting for the right opportunity. I think he's so close to Smajek now. And he's still not diving down. Oh, now we're getting very closer to the back of Smajek's car. And Smajek himself now overtaking Vapor once again. Maybe, yeah, it's looking like it, yeah. Smajek back into the lead. We have a couple of guys now into the pits. We saw a Ferrari coming into the pits. One lap before that was Poppy. Now it's Florian and the Mercedes also into the pits. So I wonder when we see one of the front runners here into the pits, as we see 8 overtaking FR77, that they're still at it. Side by side down towards turn 10 they go. 8 locking up, and he is now ahead. 8 into P4. And now he's chasing down those 3 guys ahead of him. 8 has some serious pace today. Oh, FR showing himself in the mirror there for a brief second. Maybe trying to scare 8 into a mistake, but it didn't work. At the top here, it's still Smajek now ahead of Vapor. Then Navik still behind, and I don't know. I really love, like, they are not just it feels like Smajek and Vapor, they just don't care about Navik. Like, he's there, but he's also not doing something. But they don't really care about him. Almost like they think they're yeah, he's invisible. Vapor then into the lead once again. Very interesting to see in the top 7 different manufacturers at the moment. Very good to see. We have the Aston Martin of FR77 then into the pits. He's switching for the hard tires, so he's doing the one stop. But he got out in the traffic there. I mean, his teammate is in front of him, but also 2 other drivers, so I wonder if that was maybe a bit too early. He's obviously trying the undercut here. But yeah, and here comes Smajek now with the dive into turn 11, and Vapor lets him go. Very surprised Smajek got such a good run there. Let's see when does the first one of these three guys here coming comes into the pits. Speed Demon now comes into the pits from P5, also trying the undercut and also trying to defend from FR77, of course. And we have Smozek being pushed wide there by Vapor, and maybe a little bit of contact with Navik. Does Navik use this opportunity now? No, he's playing the long game, still waiting. But he is now up into P2 and he got way more ERS than Vapor. His tires will be in better shape, I believe. This is looking like a good race from Navik so far. Very tactical, very clean from the Racing Bull driver here. Good stuff. We have both Kicksaubers also in P5 and P6, good at the points. Before that. Obviously both have to pit yet. And they got FR77 right behind them now. Oh, I'm so stupid. Speed Demon just came out of the pits. I'm so sorry, guys. That was so stupid what I just said. And we have 8 also catching up now with the top 3 here. So we've got a 4-way fight now. Let's see what happens now. It's the first time Navik in P2 behind Vapor. Then we have Smozek, 8 also behind, lurking and waiting. And here comes Smozek now on Navik then. Oh, very close. Into turn 1, Smozek locks up. I think Vapor did as well. Navik tries the switchback, but can't make it. And here comes 8 also on Navik now with the dive. Oh, they make some contact. But they're clean. Oh, there's more contact between Vapor and Smozek, I believe. Nearly went side by side into the S's here. This is brilliant to watch here at the top. 4-way fight for the win. Who has the better strategy? Who has the most luck maybe when it comes down to this in terms of safety cars or incidents in general? And who is the most reliable on those tires and on the pace? Oh, and Navik is coming in. Navik is into the pits now, the first one of those. Crazy, I would have assumed he would be the last one. But Navik into the pits. And Smozek sends the dive down the inside. Oh, he massively takes the curb. Nearly pushing Vapor into 8 there. As Vapor was trying to do the switchback. Speed Demon now with the fastest lap. That should be a sign. Navik drops down behind Speed Demon, but ahead of FR77. That's crucial for him. And I think if these guys don't come in now, they will fall behind Navik and Speed Demon as well. Speed Demon with the biggest undercut ever here. But he has to come into the pits once more. He is on medium tires now. They would go to the end, that's for sure. Navik is on the hard tires. Hard tire compound for Navik, so he will do the one stop as well. So tires shouldn't be a thing for him. However, he really seems to struggle to get a grip on the track, as FR77 is very close to him and Navik can't free himself from him. Even with the slightly younger tire compound now, should be a bit faster. And here at the top we have Smozek coming into the pits and 8 as well, and Smozek got a 10-second time penalty for speeding into the pit lane. That is so unfortunate for the Russian driver here. And he also is going for the hard tires, so one stop. He is not coming into the pits anymore today. 8 also the hard tires. Speed Demon get past them both. And here comes Navik now. Navik and FR77. It's gonna be very tight here in the exit with Smoshek. Smoshek locks up. Oh, there might be some contact and FR goes through. And Navik is now right behind him as well, but Smoshek got a way better run down towards turn 4 than FR77. They make some more contact. FR77 tries to stick it around the outside. Here comes Navik as well, maybe. They bump wheels. And FR stays ahead. That is crucial for Vapor now, as this has cost Smoshek a lot of time. And Navik maybe goes down the inside here. Oh, Navik slightly behind Smoshek now as they head towards turn 10. And Navik sends it down the inside. Very brave from Navik there. Can't make the move there, but he's still there. And now down into turn 11, maybe down the inside they go, side by side, up the hill. Oh, it's so tight. 8 watching from afar. And Smoshek fends him off. He stays ahead for now. It's Vapor now. Comes into the pits as well. And I think that could have been enough to keep him ahead of Smoshek, maybe. We're gonna find out. Speed Demon will take the lead now, that's for sure, as he's passing Vapor now. And here we can see FR coming. All the guys behind. I think it's gonna be very close. I think Smoshek will still take Vapor, yeah. And he takes FR as well. Navik and 8 also got through on Vapor. Yes, Vapor dropped down to P6. I'm surprised. That must have been a terrible lap from Vapor. Or was just too late for the pit stop. The tires were done maybe. But Vapor, for now, drops down to P6. And Navik gets a 3 second as well. Yeah, we shouldn't forget that. So Speed Demon is coming in. Smoshek got a 10-second time penalty. Navik now got a 3-second time penalty. That would probably mean that A8 is in P2 at the moment. And he is P5 on track right now. But the race is still long. 13 laps to go. We're not even halfway through. Little lock up from Navik there. .8 the gap between Speed Demon and Smoshek. Gonna keep an eye on that if that is increasing or decreasing over the next couple of laps. Oh, we have the move here from 8 on Navik. Very aggressive defending there from Navik as he moves all the way to the other side of the track, but 8 got him anyway. But Navik is not done yet. He tries to challenge him back all the way towards turn 4 they go. Navik on the outside. Navik locks up. Oh, it's still there, and I think Navik will get it. 8 is not giving up, but now he has to. Navik retakes P4 then. And he locks up into 10-8. Oh, and 8! Whoa, massive save there from 8 as he nearly lost control of the car. Oh, and Navik running wide. Navik running wide, and that's opened the door for 8. And Vapor is also through, maybe. No, Vapor wanted to get through. And now he can, maybe into turn 11 he goes, yes, and Navik now down to P6. A small mistake into this tricky turn 10 and he lost 2 positions because of that. But he's still in the race, he's still right there. Didn't lose too much time. .1 seconds now the gap between Speed Demon and Smoshek. So Smudgek was getting closer, around half a second. So around 8 laps he should get Speed Demon. Probably a little bit more. So when does Speed Demon come in? Is he trying to go for the soft tires at the end of the race? Or maybe the hard ones just a little bit later? We're gonna find out. We have the first DNF of the race, and that's a para. Oh, and lockout from Navek. You nearly collected vapor there, going into turn 8. Very impressed here also by FR. He made a very good strategic call here, and he is now fighting with Smudgek for the lead. At the moment at least, we don't know where Speed Demon will come out. Only lost 2/10 on this lap, so that was decent from him. But again, he has to come in at some point, and here comes Vapor on 8 now. And Vapor gets him. Vapor now up to P4. And we have a spin. That. Wait, that's FR. That is FR. I don't know what happened there, but FR has been round, and I hope he doesn't have front wing damage. I'm not sure. Maybe on the front left. Let's hope he doesn't. He was running so well. I guess that's some commentator curse. No, he doesn't have front wing damage. Not too big a one at least. Yeah, but he dropped now to P6 and got now 1.8 seconds the gap to Navik ahead. Yes, he needs to close that gap to get the DRS to stay in the fight. Yep. Alright then, 3.2 seconds to get between Speed Demon and Smudgek. So Smudgek is slowly but steady reeling in on Speed Demon there. When will he come into the pits? In the background we can see SR, and he dropped to 2.93, 3.1 seconds now, so yeah, he's falling down. We have Speed Demon now into the pits. Speed Demon in the pit lane now. What tires will he go on to? And where will he come out? He will come out in P7, that's for sure. And by the way, very good run from the Ferrari there. That is Sturma. He had a good run and finds himself now in P6. Very good job from him there. Not sure if he will stay there to the end of the race, but I don't really see him coming there. I just realized that he is there. Good run from him so far, good race. His teammate, Joby. Before I say something wrong. Poppy Joby. Poppy comes into the pits now and comes out in P14. Let's see, then we have both Saubers in P7 and 8. Speedman obviously just went into the pits as well. He will be improved, I guess. Jimbo in P8 good so far from him as well. We got Zach, the other Haas, the teammate of 8 here in P9 as well. So good job from the Haas team as well. And then the last point goes to Yonder at the moment, with Florian in P11, Fresh up P12, and Abra in P13. Yeah, good stuff from all those guys so far on bringing it so far. So let's hope they all can finish this race and improve for the next one with the result then. As we still have those fights going on here between Vapor and 8, Navik also behind there. Swazik only 1.6 seconds ahead of Vapor now. It's not that much, and he still got the 10-second time penalty. We shouldn't forget that, and that is one that you can't get removed after. Or the chances are very slim. So shouldn't forget that. So this fight here between Vapor and 8 is technically for the win. Like whoever comes on in P2 behind Smojic, as long as they're in 10-second range of him, is the winner. So yeah, shouldn't forget that. Into the last 10 laps of this race, 10 laps to go. We have a couple of pit stops there in the background. We have FR into the pits. We also have Sturma into the pits, so yeah, but they both shouldn't drop too far down. Speed Demon Dan up to P5 once again. Yeah, but it will be very tough on getting to those guys. He's on fresh hard tires now, so he should be quicker, yes, but that much. The gap is 16 seconds. He needs to improve by nearly 2 seconds a lap. That is just too much to ask for, I would say. Here very careful. They want to make sure to bring it home in one piece and not throw this car away in this good position. But at some point they need to push if they don't do already. But at some point they probably really want to get this overtake on Vapor here. and Vapor and all the other guys as well, they catch up to Smozek now. Very interesting. So I don't know if Smozek burnt his tires too much, if he's saving something now, or... But they catched up to him now and they're in DRS range of him now. And we have a nice fight here as well in the background. Abra then on Thresher with the better end for the Aston Martin driver now as the Abra takes P12. Thresher now down to P13. Oh, we have an overtake for the lead here as Vapor got by Smozek. Very interesting. I wonder how that happened. I know how it happened, but I don't know why. Seems like Smozek was just letting him go there. Like just waiting for him to get by. Interesting. FR then with the fastest lap. 1 minute 30.6 also gives the point, as well as the pole position. So Smozek has 1 point, that's for sure. And at the moment, FR would get the bonus point for the fastest lap. We had a brief yellow flag there in the middle, in the third sector, probably of the Ferrari of Poppy. And we have Thresher coming into the pits now. Probably Poppy as well, probably going for fresh tires now for the fastest lap maybe. Bit early for that, but it's worth giving it a shot. Had a very big overshoot, overspeed into turn 1, then nearly getting into the back of Smozek there, who is now trying his move on Vapor, and what a switchback, and that was a beautiful overtake from Smozek there, pushing Vapor into a slight lockup there. And getting him on the switchback, and 8 now gets a 3-second time penalty, and that is very bad for him and his winning chances here, as Vapor is now the only one from the top 4 without a penalty, and that would put him on the podium even if all those other guys are in front of him. Six laps to go then. 6 laps to go. And Vapor once again passing Smozek here on the main straight. With Smozek maybe trying it down up towards turn 4 again. And no, Smozek is not close enough. Smoshek can't really try another move on Vapor. Don't know if his tires are done now or if Vapor just quick and general at the moment, but not looking like Smoshek has that much life in his tires left. Oh, 8 lock up there, nearly running into the back of Smoshek there. Navik also behind, just waiting for his moment. Obviously only Navik and Vapor now, Navik and 8 now fighting for a real difference here. Vapor probably gonna take the win home here. Smoshek will fall off the podium. Lap 26 and of 29, 4 laps to go. Who will take the win in the second race of the season? Up from Vapor a little bit. Obviously, one mistake can ruin the whole race for you then. For now. Very interesting line from Smoshek there to turn 10. Oh, little lag there. FR77 with another, or his first penalty, not sure. He still holds the fastest lap though. So far, no one could beat that. Oh, and we have a nearly spin from Smoshek there. Don't know if that was on his own, but or if he got help with that, but Smoshek nearly spinning, ghosting almost as if he would be invisible. And 8 half getting through on Smoshek there, and I think that might have cost 8 the chance on a move on Vapor here. I mean, 8 still got that penalty, but yeah, he wouldn't really have needed to get past Smoshek here soon to stay with Vapor, but now Smoshek outside the DRS range of Vapor. No DRS for Smoshek. I mean, now 8 maybe can get past him, but yeah, I'm not sure if he can catch Vapor once more then. We only got 2 laps left. Zach and Yonder there. This is for P9, double your points. Zach tries to go around the outside, they make contact. Zach is being pushed off the track there. And Yonder stays ahead for now. Looking back here, Smoshek got back into the S range of Vapor. I wonder if Vapor did that on purpose. Perhaps Smoshek defend against 8. Maybe. Oh, we have Martin Slow. That is FR77 with a broken front wing, and he's humping back into the pit lane. Interesting. Okay, Thrasher also DNF in the pit lane. 2 laps before the end. Very sad for him. Vapor will fall down to P8, I believe. Navik gets another 3-second time penalty, and that sealed the top 4, I would believe. Probably gonna be Vapor 8 and then Navik with Smozik somewhere behind that. And here we have Zach and Yonda, and FR77 right ahead of them, but he's on the soft, so no deal for them, I believe. Yonda fighting back on Zach, locking up, they make contact. Oh, still they have more contact. And Yonda ahead now. And here we have the overtake finally at 8, getting past Smozik. But like I said, it's over now for him as Vapor is far ahead, 1.5 seconds. And this is the final lap of the race. With the ghosted car of Florian there. Oh, and Smozik sends the dive down the inside on 8. And they're still side by side. I hope they know it's the last lap, and if they crash, they still could fall out of the points. And 8 now sends the dive down into turn 8. Into the hairpin. Here they go, side by side, make some contact. And into this tricky turn 10 now. And Smozik is ahead. Navik just waiting behind, just hoping for a crash or something. Florian then gets a 3-second time penalty, and side by side through turn 12 they go. 8 and Smozik. They are really fighting hard here. Oh, it's so tight. But here we go then, 29 laps after the start. Our winner is called Vapor. Second will be 8 then. Third will be Smozik, in fact. Navik only P4 with his final penalty. It's Fiji. It's Speed Demon then on the podium, P3. What? I did not see that. What the drive from Speed Demon. It can't be much. It can't be much. Like, that was probably so close. An amazing final stint from Speed Demon puts them on the podium. Crazy. Smozik P4, Navik P5. What the hell? I did not see that coming. Stormer in P6 then. Jimbo P7, FR P8, and he also got the fastest lap now at the end. Zach P9. Oh yeah, true. That was still a fight. Yonda P10 getting the final point of the race. Abra P11 on his return debut. Florian then will come on in P12 and Poppy P13. That's all of the finishers then. But what an end to this session, to this race. Congratulations then on our top 3. Vapor 8. And Speed Demon. Driver of the day, Abra. Good. Yeah, here we have the results, and like I said, Vapor then P1, 8 in P2, and Speed Demon on the podium as well. Why is it that? Oh, there it says 2 seconds, around about 2 seconds, crazy. Navic P4, Smogic P4, Navic P5, Sturma at Jimbo P6 and 7, F1 P8, Zeg P9, Yonda P10, Abra P11, Florian P12, Poppy P13, Thrasher in P14, and Apara in P15. Yeah, intense second race of the season, that's for sure. And we're doing the interviews as well. Nice, there we go. Hello guys.
Hello.
Okay, let's see if we can get Speedy in here. Why do I keep saying Speedy? Speedy man in here as well.
Yeah. I may have screwed over Smokes out there because I don't know if you saw, but we were battling so much that he actually lost the 10-second gap to Speed Demon.
Yeah. Oh god. Wait a second. I see that.
Oh, Speed Demon. Oh god.
What we doing? Let me know we're being horrible.
Oh yeah. He was on track, and to be honest, he
He's well
put
let
up
him
a
in.
really good fight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would also let Smash again. Oh, great.
He was in the lead fighting today, wasn't he? He would have been on the podium without that 10-second.
Yeah. Good. Okay, we have Smash again. Then we're just waiting for.
Smoke Texan.
Yeah. Why did Zach answer on my Speedy man? No. Okay.
No.
Don't. Busy. Okay, I didn't see that one.
Don't worry. You clearly can't read.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Good. I think we have our top 4 except 1 in the post-race interviews. Alright, guys. As usual, we start off with the last finish of the top guys. So we start with Smogic. My God. Yeah. First of all, congrats for the good race, mate. Congrats on the pole. That's for sure. And welcome here to the post-race interviews. Yeah, that was a very amazing race.
Wait, he can't talk. He can't talk. He hasn't got the perms.
Oh right, it'll just have to put in chat then.
Oh wait, hang on. He hasn't got the perms. He can.
We ain't got the perms. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Right. Oh, right. I'll get him.
I don't have to do it. Come on, use because I'm not on PC.
Yeah, hang on a minute. Just speak. Alright, right, try now.
Yeah, alright, yeah, it's working.
There we go.
Yeah, sorry guys, I don't know why I couldn't.
It's alright.
Yeah, okay, it's Magic. From a spectator kind of view, it was a very amazing, very enjoyable race. Tell us, how was it for you, like the overall feeling today?
Yeah, I mean, the qualifying was very surprising. I didn't expect myself to do a 0.0, but yeah, it was a great qualifying. I mean, I wasn't confident about the race pace because my pedals are horrible. But I mean, the pace was decent, but in the pits I got 10 seconds because my brake didn't went on 100% strength, and yeah, and then I knew it's over. But before, so yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, and you said you were surprised by the Poland qualifying. Did you feel like before the race this would be a tricky one, or did you feel like, I mean, you know, a podium could be possible, but fighting really for the win today would just be a bit difficult?
No, I completely didn't expect that. I mean, when I saw, the grid who's driving here, I expected myself at, I don't know, P5 at best, and I don't know where that came from, honestly. I have no clue.
Yeah, all right. And I mean, it was looking like most part of the race. It was actually looking pretty decent for you. You were more or less always in the lead. You were managing the gap to the guys behind at some points as well. Were you in these phases like really pushing, giving it all 100%, or did you try to be more a little bit conservative and save tires, for a later part of the race and to use then?
Yeah, at the beginning, I just, tried to manage the gap between me and Vapor and the overall pace. Then after the pit stop, I mean, on the first team there was a few attempts of breaking Vapor tiers, but there was always 1 or 2 times away to do that. So yeah, I went for undercut, but the penalty also, I lost all my focus, I think, and then yeah, the pace was gone. Like I had a advantage, like 3 seconds, but my tire was pretty high, to be honest. I didn't expect that high, and my tires were gone at the end, so Vapor was much quicker than me overall.
Yeah, and looking at the standings now, I mean, only second race of the season. Still, P4 is a good result. And do you feel like I saw it in the chat maybe that you got some? You also said that you got some pedal issues. Do you think like if you can fix them or not, that you still might have a chance to fight for the top 3 steps maybe at the end of the season?
I don't know, to be honest. I mean,
Uh,
Oh,
is it just for me gone or?
Yeah, it's
no,
gone for me as well.
sorry, my
he's back.
microphone
Okay,
isn't
no,
working.
all good, no worries.
Everything is working for me today, even the wheel. Like, I don't know, it just, I have some issues. Second race of the season, so we'll see. I have no idea. I'm just racing for fun, so we'll see.
All right, and final question. Next week we have Spain, Barcelona coming up. Are you feeling for that track?
Um, it's not my favorite, definitely. I mean, yeah, not my favorite. I don't think I'm gonna have a good pace there, but yeah, I mean, if I do some practice, maybe something will come up like today. So yeah, I have no expectations at the moment. My God, sorry.
Yeah, all good, all good. Um, yeah, all right. That will be everything from me then. Again, congrats for the pole position at least, and the good results as well. And yeah, thank you for your time, and good luck next week then.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, we head on to our second place finisher, 8. Welcome, mate, to the post race interviews. Thank you for your
Thank you,
time.
mate.
Congrats on the podium. Um,
Thank you.
yeah, return to GSR and return to the podium as well. I would say that was a good result for the first race.
Oh, mate, that race, I can tell you, it was so much fun. It was there was just battles, left, right, and center. Smoke Zach, it especially gave me a really good run. I was not expecting to be in the fight after qualifying, but what's become very clear very quickly is that I'm not good in quali at all. But then in the race, I'm a lot better. So, and something just clicked in the race, also with the help of Vapor's tactics. We kind of we kind of were pulling each other along there. But yeah, it was it was a really good race, and I'm delighted to be back on the podium in Bahrain after my win all the way back in season 4.
Yeah, that's a pretty long time ago. And do you feel like the track itself was kind of in your favor then, or did you feel like? I mean, I would assume that Bahrain maybe be a bit easier track for return than Australia, maybe, or maybe Spain as well. How you feeling for that? Do you feel like that was a pretty good track for your return?
Well, we're judging the fact I have a right foot of an elephant. Maybe not, but you know, um, considering all the traction zones. But it actually ended up pretty all right. The setup I used was really good. The, the car was good, and well, obviously you probably saw I had a few tank slappers here and there, but apart from that, I was I was just pretty comfortable. You almost get into a rhythm, and you don't really focus on the driving that much, especially when you have guys like Vapor and Smokesec in front of you. And yeah, as I mentioned, there was a lot of battling in that race. Managed to avoid the kamikaze into turn one, which was which was nice. And yeah, I mean, overall, as I said, it was just it's just really fun. It didn't really feel like I had to put much effort into into the driving. It kind of just all molded into one, really.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking from the outside. That was pretty decent and fun. And looking now at the first half of this of the race, I would say. I mean, you already brought up that qualifying wasn't that great, but the way the race was even better. What were your thoughts like in the first half of the race when you were like making up ground and slowly catching the guys ahead? What were you thinking like? Were you already thinking like if this goes well, there could be a podium, maybe a win incoming, or did you feel like yeah, let's take it lap after lap and see how it goes?
I I didn't want to believe that a podium was possible, considering what happened in ETSR yesterday. Um,
Yes.
but the but, really, it was just a case of deciding between the one stop and two stop. Because myself and Vapor, we we were going back and forth on whether we should do the one stop or not, and eventually we went for it. And thankfully, and as I mentioned before, the hards are the best tire in the game, and they could just go on and on and on, and I pit lap 11, and they could go pretty easily to the end, even with all that fighting, which was quite nice.
Yeah, I mean that is something you want to see, like tires that still last after a couple of laps of fighting and yeah, still do their job basically. And speaking of you and Vapor, then, I saw you were in the same voice chat during the race as well, and I mean, I'm very interested to see how were your communication like towards the end of the race. I mean, at the beginning of the race, obviously you're working together probably and doing your job, but I think especially in your situation when it comes to towards the end of the race and you were basically fighting for the win. I mean, obviously you got a penalty then at some point
Yeah.
and the fight was over. But before that, um, was there like some slow, like not giving any more tips coming up towards, and were you be more quieter, or were you still like yeah, full on talk and helping each other out?
To be honest, we didn't really have that much of a talk until after I got the penalty, and then I was like, "Nah, mate, I'll just be your wingman from here on out." And and trust me, I'm not gonna say ganging up on Smokes Head because we weren't, but we were just working together because of course I knew Smokes had that 10-second penalty, so. So really, it was just we were just trying to keep up with each other, and eventually you probably saw he just got out of DRS on the final lap, which enabled me to get past for all but 5 seconds before that absolute Titanic battle on that on that final lap. But yeah, it was really nice. We helped each other out, and to be fair. I owe a lot to him there because I don't think I would have been as quick as I was had he not been giving me tips throughout the race.
Yeah, all right. And for my last question, I'm combining now the two usual. Next week we have Spain coming up. I mean, you already did it yesterday in ETSR, so
Yep.
you got a little bit of practice in at least. But still, what were your feelings yesterday during the race for yourself? Like, how do you like the track? And combining that with the question for the rest of the season now. Obviously, you're returning now as one of many, but after today's race and you see where your pace might be, where would be a finish at the end of the season where you would be happy with?
Um, Now, this is a tricky one because I know I'm gonna have to at least miss one more round. So probably, I don't know, probably top 6. I reckon, but that's relying on the fact that I do well on on most of the tracks. And to be fair, I'm surprisingly good on penalties, which I wasn't expecting, considering on career mode I am not at all. But but yeah, Spain. Obviously I did it yesterday. If it's wet conditions, God help me. If it's if it's dry, it should be it should be an interesting race. I've not been the most consistent around Spain in the past, but to be fair, nor had I been that consistent around Bahrain. You know what happened, so I'll just see how it goes for the rest of the season and bring it on is all I say.
Yeah, all right. I couldn't say it any better. I hope you have a good rest of the season. Was really glad to see you doing so good. Um, yeah, I don't have any left to ask then. Once again, thank you for your time. Congrats on the podium, and
All right,
yeah, good luck for the next race and the rest of the season.
thank you, man.
Yeah, all right then. Finally, we move on to our race winner, Vapor. First of all, thank you for the time. Congrats on the podium. Congrats on the win. Yeah, the second race of the season, first win of the season. Yeah, I think we're gonna see you a couple more times here. Don't you think as well?
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, no, that was a good race to be fair. Yeah, the sort of strategy was fine. I was managing my tyres on the first stint, and you know, it was just sort of I watched everybody around me sort of get penalties, and then that sort of left me freed up to sort of manage it. But yeah, no, that was just a really big race of management. Just keeping my head, and the obviously the option to go an extra lap on the mediums really paid off at the end, as I thought it would. So yeah, no, I'm really happy with it.
Yeah, I can imagine. And quick question: were you expecting this race to be that hard on how it was at the end, or did you think like it was either you or maybe someone else pretty much dominating the race? It would be pretty boring.
Yeah, no, the the battling was good. Obviously, I was hoping that I could get pole because I still haven't got pole yet this season, and but I actually got a good getaway. Obviously, Smozik covered me, but he defended really well, and I kept with him. And the battling is good, like especially for the league, just people watching. It's very good. But especially compared to like the last season we had of GSR. I'm not sure if we had another one after the one I won, but um, the one where on 23 where I was sort of just pulling away from everybody. I had sort of Master Strike who was with me, and that was it. But yeah, it's really nice to see. Like, obviously, Smotzek here, who's really competitive, but also like Aid, and sort of his pace today was really surprising. I mean, he was, he was really quick today. I think the DRS train really helps around Bahrain, and I was running lower wings because I was hoping I could sort of mitigate my underlying pace at Bahrain from I've done a decent amount of no line here to hopefully make sure I could use lower wings, and it paid off at the end. So I'm over the moon with how the race went. The battling as well was really clean, and I'm hoping we can have more of that.
Yeah, one more quick question about your rivals here today. I was wondering what your thoughts are about Navek, because from a spectator point of view, he was also looking very good. Like he was always just behind you, but he was saving ERS. Like he had a ton more ERS at some points. And I just want to know what you thought about him, what you maybe saw about him. Did you took I don't want to be rude or anything, but did you took him serious during the race, or did you feel like maybe he will fall off at some point, or did you really think that he could have a say in there as well?
Yeah, his pace was surprising, but he gave me front wing damage, so I'm not very happy with him.
Okay.
I don't know. I got. He gave me line wing damage. We went into when I came out the pits. He went deep into turn 10. Aid went past him, and then I was on the racing line, and he's basically just come in and swiped me, which gave me wing damage. It wasn't major. Like I probably lost about a tenth per lap, maybe 2/10 per lap. But that annoyed me. But you know, it's what it is. At the end of the day, I mean, I don't know if I'm going to report it because he's, you know, I won at the end of the day. But yeah, that wasn't his pace was good, but I wasn't very happy with him from that. I sort of tried to make sure I got ahead of him, and I sort of tried to give him a bit of a receipt as well going into 10-11. Obviously, I wasn't going to push him completely off the track, but I just sort of like weaved a bit down the straight in front of him, just to let him know like what you did was bad. So there's nothing harmful in it. I was just sort of trying to remind him that he shouldn't be rejoining the track like that. Yeah, no, his pace was good, but and I think he just sat behind. To be honest, I don't really see him making many moves. I think he sort of made a bit of that with me and Smosik, but yeah, no, he was fast today, but yeah, I wasn't very happy with him with the wing damage, but you know, it is what it is. We move on to next week. I'm sure he'll come back, probably strong as well, but you know, it's what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. And you also brought up the previous seasons as well, where you were pretty much dominating or had some boring races at the front. I assume that even if you wouldn't win the title in this season, I think a season like this is still much more enjoyable than a season that you pretty much dominate and have boring races all the time. And I think with today it shows like we have like a very good candidates on winning the title and winning races. Like we got 4, 5, maybe 6 people who could win races. Yeah, how are you feeling towards the competitions this year? I think, or do you think that there might be some very tough races coming up?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm sort of I've sort of had a stage of ETSR and DSR where I've sort of ended up in this like I'm I'm sort of getting in this like phase where I'm getting towards like certain records. So I did a count up before. I did a count up before the race, and I think I'm closing it on. Actually, I could probably break the win record in GSR this season, but it's simply because I had that really strong season on 23. But the issue with that is it doesn't make it enjoyable. And you know, as I've purposely gone no line for GSR, and I've gone no line anyway most of the time. I'm doing events no line now for ERT, but I've purposely done it just to make it more like I don't like to. I don't really want to speak up my own like I don't know what the saying is, but like bark up my own tree. But I am quite fast online on this game, and I don't want, especially as an admin, I don't want the league to. I want to race, and I want it to be competitive, and I want to have good battles with people. You know, I said before Australia, I said to Lazza, who didn't race today, and Andy, I said, you know, just battle with me. You know, we weren't you know focusing like I probably would in ETSR. I was just having a good time, and I was just sort of taking in again that GSR was back, and just sort of like you know, I wasn't bothered about my sole focus wasn't on winning. It was like it was enjoying myself and like having a good battle. And like today, for example, I mean, I wasn't just focused on winning. I was just you know trying to make, you know, thinking like you know how can we battle without like affecting us and sort of I don't know if you saw it with me and Aid, but you know just sort of like working together, it just makes it interesting for the stream and stuff. And you know, it almost sounds like match fixing at the end of the day. But you know, that is, you know, it's
Yeah,
like
I can
sort of things like that.
you
Like,
mean. Yeah.
like I don't know how to explain it. It's sort of like it's like a, you know, I don't know. Sometimes you just know, like you know, when you let somebody pass to get back in the DRS, it's like what he did. Like he let me pass so we could closer to Smozek, and then we had a fight. It's like that. We just certain things like that. It just helps the battle. I don't know how to describe it. It helps like excite it, and you know what I mean. It's just like it makes it so much more interesting for people watching, and also us as well. And I prefer it like that. It's not. I don't like running away with it. You know, it's as much as it is good to dominate. You know, it's. I say I'm talking past tense because we are going back 2 game cycles here, but you know, it's just so much better like having people around you who are faster and who push you and sort of drive you forward. But yeah, I'm hoping we could have more battles in a sort of this shorter season. It's going to make it really interesting to see who can capitalise. But yeah, great start to the season. Got my first win on the board, and hopefully I can have some more across the season. But you know, my focus isn't on the title at the moment. It's just having a good time.
Yeah, and having a good time is a good point. Do you feel like you're gonna have a good time in Spain next week, as we head to Barcelona?
I don't know, to be honest. I'm gonna. Spain's just. It's not clicking for me this game, but oh yeah, I'll give my best shot.
Yeah, all right. short and easy. All right.
Yeah.
Good. I think I don't have any more questions. Yeah, thank you for your time once again, and congrats on the win. And
Yeah, thank you,
good
yeah.
luck next week, and also for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I'm just gonna quickly head off, guys, because that's my mum's birthday, so we're gonna do a cake. So I'll see you later.
All right, see ya. All right. Let me just finish the stream, guys, and I'll be back.
No worries.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it then for the second race of the season here in GSR season 14. It's incredible to be back, and yeah, let's hope we have some more awesome races coming up. Next week we have Spain, like I already said a couple of times, so make sure to tune in for that as well. You have the calendar. Yeah, also thanks for the follows. Younger Twitch at the beginning of the stream, or before that even Foley, I guess it's Florian, Yonder also, and Zach 26 minutes ago. Thanks for the follows, guys. Make sure to follow if you don't want to miss any races. Yeah, I'm Soren. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope you enjoyed my commentary. Next week then again with the complete new graphics overlays. Like I said, today a little bit of technical difficulties, but yeah, that's it for the stream, guys. Yeah, hope you enjoyed, and see you next time. Bye bye.